And we're back with the second down. We got Tim, we got Cueto, we got James. Let's go, guys.
Um, I had a great weekend watching the NFL Combine that I do every year, and um I like to me um I love it. I love Saturday, which was the defensive players. The defense and the linebacking group, they was good. Of course, the O line, you don't really get much out of it, but that's how you get a great O line like my Dallas Cowboys. You got to look at those. Um, but then what killed me was on no, excuse me. Sunday was good with the defensive line, the linebackers. Saturday, the wide receivers. I mean, how is it that it's been a long time? I had wide receivers running 4.8, 4.7s, 4.6, and I mean, no disrespect to any receiver who ran. You do know they test April for drugs. Hopefully the drugs is not making you tired because I'm like, this is where your money's at. How are you running a 4.6? Thank God Laquan Treadwell, who I'm a big fan of from Ole Miss, he didn't run. Thank God, because that would have been it if he would have ran. I mean, you see the only guy who ran pretty good, he has questionable hands, and that was Fuller from Notre Dame. Am I correct? So it was like, okay, he ran 4.3. Hands are questionable. So but overall it was a good combine. Ramsey, I was a big fan of Ramsey. How he did everything good. William Jackson III, he came out and he put himself back up. But did anybody catch Mackenzie Alexander from Clemson?
No,
The cornerback. Okay, he had an interesting interview, and he was saying, very cocky, but I like it. He was saying that if a wide receiver beats him, he takes it as if I gave you one. You didn't beat me.
Oh, okay, somebody posted that in the group. I saw
that. Yeah. So, but you didn't run. He hyped himself up, but you didn't participate. Right. I just want to ask y'all who y'all was a fan of, who y'all wasn't a fan of. What did you guys think?
Okay, I'm going to start off, first of all, with Von Bell, safety from Ohio. The Ohio State University, right? So Von Bell basically plays the nickel corner safety role. He's a safety, but he comes down and he covers the inside, right? He didn't do anything but bench press at the combine.
Right.
What's the purpose of bench pressing? Right, just take the combine off. Come do some interviews, just take it off. I don't understand what's the purpose of going there and putting up 16 on the bench press and then be like, yeah, I participated at the combine. And I didn't understand that because he's the best cover safety in the draft. So it's the perfect opportunity to show off the rest of these stiff guys that don't have quick hips, don't have this, don't have that. That he can turn his hips, he can turn and run. He showed those guys up instantly, improve in the draft. So I didn't really understand that. I felt bad for the wide receivers because the majority of those guys actually needed to run well because their route running isn't very good. Through last season and through some of the game film I watched, they round their routes a lot. And I didn't see a lot of guys that were very polished. Like the guy Michael Thomas, he runs routes slightly differently than everybody else. Like he bends his routes inside and out. So they needed to run well. I was really surprised of the ex-quarterback from the Ohio State University.
Braxton Miller.
Right. The way they talk about him, I was expecting him to come out and run a 4.4, 4.1. And the athleticism just wasn't there for him. So I was really shocked at them. But most shockingly is Runya Wilson. I don't even know why he ran the combine. I don't know why he ran at the combine. Homeboy ran a 4.85, right? He never claimed to be a speedster. But at 6'5", and you're a jump ball specialist, you got a basketball background. If you know you're slow, don't run. Don't run. It's like just let them know because the message on you is going to be like he's a jump ball specialist. But he's not the fastest thing. But you come out and you prove that you're not fast when you run a 4.85 40. So, and then on top of that, I don't understand. His name got run in it.
Right.
How could you be slow and you're D-run you? It just doesn't make sense to me. So, I'm not sure who his agent is, but he should fire him.
I didn't get a chance to see all the combine. I mean, this weekend I got to see the DBs. Really, that's what I had time to see. And two players that stood out to me, and as you know, the Giants had the worst pass defense in the league. So, I really paid attention to the DBs. And there's two DBs that stood out to me that I really don't think the Giants are going to get because I think the first couple of rounds we're probably going to either look to go linebacker, D-line, somewhere around there. I don't think he'll be around in the third round. But Eli Apple from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Impressed me. I was very impressed with his drills. Listening to Dion critique him, they had nothing bad to say about him. Ran a 4.45 in the 40.
Around that.
Right. So I was very impressed with him, and they now they're saying that with his combine, there's a possibility that he moved up to the end of the first round. I still think he's going to go second round, but and then the other one more that stood out to me is the kid from I think he came from the University of Houston, William Jackson.
Yes, the third. Yes, sir.
He's a tall corner. He was like 6'1", something like that. He stood out to me. So, and I think he could probably be had in the third, the fourth round, somewhere around there. You know what I mean? Maybe even the second with his combine. So those two players stood out to me from watching on Sunday.
What's crazy too is like because when you don't get so much recognition. Like I know one of my boys was saying, well, who's Eli Apple from Ohio State? How come you don't have any picks? I says, well, when you were on a team loaded with so much talent, you might not get recognized, especially when we all know they had a pretty good front seven. So remember, when you have a good front seven, the secondary doesn't really get noticed. Now you will see Eli Apple, who may move up to teams like the Cowboys or the Giants, who got lower draft picks. That's right. Me and Cooper got the lower draft picks this year. So you guys, I know you got the high roll, so y'all won't see them. Y'all won't see these guys. But but it's something. How do you guys feel about Joey Bosa? Because I know for some reason, I don't know, maybe he was tired. When I saw his interview, he just looked too lax. Like he didn't even want to be there. I don't know, maybe that's overrated. As far as his drill, he looked very good, but they're saying that he's not a complete pass rusher. He can't play multiple sets on the defensive line. As far as measurables to Terrell Suggs and then someone J.J. Watt, I know he's not as far as a pass rusher like Suggs, but J.J. Watt, I think that's kind of going a little bit too left field. Yeah. The kid hasn't even played yet. But the measurables, it was something. But I don't know. I'm in love with Ramsey. Miles Jack is benched. He only benched 19 reps. I didn't like that, but I do know that he just came out from surgery and all that stuff, so he has to rehab correctly. But he's good to go. I felt bad that he did because the man would have been the best linebacker out this draft. And when he got injured against Ohio State in the bowl game, he hurt his leg and his knee. He damaged some nerves. He said he will be back next year. But I feel if you're a team and he's still there around the 4th, 5th, or 6th round, 5th or 6th round, take him.
Who?
Take him. Jalen Smith.
Yeah. I definitely felt real bad about Smith. I've been sitting down salivating over him in our duo, adding him to Kendricks and to Barr, and just like running amok on the NFL. Part of me, because I've been like sitting down and just thinking, just hoping he falls to us or whatever. I'm not ready to give up that he's done for. I think the medical rechecks are going to be really important. on him. But it's a bad. It's a feel. I don't want to say it's a feel bad story, but it's a feel bad
Right.
story. Yeah, he's got the insurance, but this is kind of the stuff. It shows you what these kids kind of put on the line, and why sometimes they should be paid a little bit or something. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's something simple as a guy pushing you down, and your whole career's ended. You know, and then you're stuck with a degree in communication. Sorry, anybody that's got a communications degree, that a lot of people can't do too much with, you know, because that's what you were forced to take at the time that you were in school. So it's not like you can take something like nuclear physics if you wanted to, you know. I mean, like, you have to take what the coaches kind of tell you, and that's kind of the unspoken word. As far as Boza, I think he lost himself money this weekend. I think Spence and Ogba, I can't remember how to pronounce his name. I think they both performed pretty good, and they earned themselves money. Lee came on real strong. I'm surprised you're not kind of salivating over him. He came on real strong with the 4.47, which was like, I think only 6 wide receivers beat him or tied his time or something at this combine. So I think you're always going to have these beefed up safeties. I think Miles Jacks is another one. He's a beefed up safety. I call them beefed up safeties because they're not really true linebackers. They're more like safeties that are too big. But the NFL's kind of going into that role. You know what I mean? Where it's like a guy that's incredibly fast, incredibly athletic, and they're sitting them down at the will or at the Sam and just letting them play. I think Spriggs also. I think Spriggs, the offensive lineman, also made himself some money. And he sneaked into the first round because he had the best 40-yard dash, and I think he put up like 31 on the bench press. And he looked athletic, which is something that they didn't think he would look, but he moved really well. But to me, my biggest surprise of the combine, and it's not really a surprise, but Keith Marshall.
The running back
from Georgia.
Yes.
Homeboy, like, the whole knock on him was he looked slower. He looked slower than he looked before he tore his ACL, and he kind of had that Frank. So he had the Frank Gore syndrome. He came in and like 2 other running backs kind of really had the shine over him. He got hurt, and he didn't really help them out as much as possible.
All right, wrap it up, guys. We have less than a minute.
But at the time you run 4.31, like, you made yourself money.
But real quick, I want to give a shout out to Peyton Barber, running back out of Auburn, who I know it was said that his mother, his family, they're homeless, and he ran I think he ran a 4.3 something, and I'm rooting for the kid. I don't really care what team he goes to, but when you gotta be the main man to take care of your family, your loved ones, and you're gonna work this hard, I'm rooting for the brother to go ahead and do his thing, and I hope he gets drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, the Giants. Anybody, as long as somebody gives him a chance to work and get this job. But real quick, I don't want to leave my man Sean alone because I know he's a big Seattle fan, and I'm gonna tell you, I want everybody here to tell me what player you want. Then I'm gonna tell you who I think Sean's gonna get.
O-line. I'm looking for O-line.
Cool. Who you want, Cool?
Specific player or position?
Player.
Free agent or draft?
Draft.
I probably want D-line help. Give me the guy Rankin. If we stay at 10, I'll take Rankin from Louisville.
All right, from Louisville. Who you want, Q?
Man, I can't really decide. I'm being honest with you. Like, I like Dotson. I like Dotson because I want that big receiver to go up and get it. I think his 40 was nice 40. His vertical was like 42, 43, and he's 6'2", 6'3". I want that, but at the same time, we badly need like O-line help. But there's just so much depth in this draft. I just really don't know. But at the same time, you want to, man, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Miles, so we can add the UCLA.
UCLA. Oh God.
Have the UCLA triplets.
I think Seattle Seahawks. It is. It's gonna draft the new beast, Derrick Henry.
We don't need a running back.
Watch Derrick Henry.
We don't need a running back.
Go to Seattle.
Look, Russ already proved he's a pocket pass.
He proved y'all.
He
Y'all
proved
should
it.
have lost last season.
Well, the reason why we
And why,
lost
and why
last
would they
season,
take Henry when they got Rawls? Why would they take Henry?
Well, the thing is this. Rawls a little bit more shifty. I think they still can use both of them. But I really do think Derrick Henry really fits that mold as far as running uphill. He's a big
yeah, but
boy.
if you don't have an O-line,
Well,
that
O-line's deep.
matter how good your running game is.
Well,
It really doesn't.
O-line's pretty deep. Listen, I tell you what.
It's
Right.
not good. He was sacked the most out of every quarterback last season.
I'll do
By
you a favor.
far.
I'll do you a
By
favor,
far.
Sean. I'll do you a favor,
When you
Sean.
have a bum team like the Rams that could exploit your O-line, they're a bum team, and we can't beat them because they exploit our O-line. You cannot tell me that our O-line is fine.
Rams.
The
Sean,
Rams took advantage
Sean,
of our O-line.
can-
How you
can-
tell me not to worry?
all right. No, I'm gonna tell him because one of our guards is a free agent, Ronald Levy, and we gave him a second-round tender. So I'm gonna ask him, can he call Pete Carroll on them and say, listen, y'all give us a second-round pick, all right, and we'll give you Ronald Levy.
Man, whoever does that shit needs to lose their job.
All right. On that
I'm
note,
just trying.
folks, on that note, folks, we'll catch you on the third down. We wasted way too much time on this.
I just never can be.
Yo, Tim,
Yo.
change